since it's Zoom. So welcome back everyone to a new semester online again. I think last time when last semester I did mention that most probably it will be like the semester will be back to normal classes whereby you can come to the school physically. But unfortunately, due to the spike in the numbers of new COVID cases in Bahrain, they decided to make this semester online again. So yeah, welcome back, and hope everyone is safe and ready to go for this coming semester. If you have checked on Moodle, I think I've sent a message in the announcement page yesterday. There are three things. Okay, I think I can let me just try to, I cannot access my Moodle page. It's showing 502 bad gateway. So let me just share my screen here as well. Share screen. Okay. So I don't know whether you can see my screen or not. That's my Moodle page, and there's nothing there. Trying to reload, nothing is happening. And I think they are having issue with Moodle, so it's okay. There are some, okay, I hope I can still open this page. Course info here. Hopefully I can still open this. Yes, okay. It's just gonna be an introduction course for today. Is anyone else wanting to join the session? Let me just check this. How can I check here? How to make this big? This video. How to make this bigger? Oh man, it's been a while since I last used Zoom. That's the problem. You guys know how can I make this big again? No. No, no. I thumbnail video, no. Can you guys see my screen? I don't even know how to access my chat box again now. Just can I make this bigger? So like this? Okay. We do this manually. Okay guys, I have an issue with my Zoom now. I don't know how to revert back to how to check the chat box. Chat? Oh, okay, here it is. So it's in a separate box now. So I need to go here. Okay. Hide non-video participants. All right. Okay. You guys can see my screen, right? So I'll just show my screen now, and hopefully show you what to expect from this course for the coming semester. Is that okay? Okay. All right. So admit. Oh, this is my okay. Now I can see that. I cannot see this part just now. All right. So if you're able to log into Moodle, like in my case here, you can see I'm trying to refresh this page. I don't know what's wrong. It's not refreshing. And this is the big blue button page you see. There's an arrow there. But maybe later on at home when you are able to access Moodle again, click on the course info page or book. Yeah. And okay, these are basically the summary for this class. The subject is called Computer Practical 2. It's not 3. Yeah? I think they made an error here. It's not 3. It's Computer Practical 2, Design Principles and Online Media, VC7202. And we have about two big projects. Yeah. as you can see here, just check. 2 projects, and then both projects will be divided into 2 parts. And for both projects, you need to be presenting. Yeah. So there will be a presentation for each of the projects. So for project 1, your first presentation will be due on the 8th of October. I hope you can bookmark in your calendar this date, 8th of October, which is around 4 weeks time from now, if I'm not mistaken. Just check. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Yes, 4 weeks from now. Yeah. So you have 1 month to prepare for your first presentation. I will read the full briefs for first project after this. And then you're gonna have your final submission for the first project, which is due on the 29th of October. It is called High Fidelity Mockup Submission. So you guys, for the first project, you guys are not going to be creating a website yet, but you will be creating a prototype or a mockup. Yeah, using okay, for the softwares, I will mention about the softwares after this. Okay, that's for project 1. So project 1.1 and project 1.2, these are 2 of the same, I mean, it belongs to the same project, which is creating a mockup website. For project 2, have 2 components to it as well. Okay, we're not going to too much details here. We'll go through the project 2 brief after you have submitted your project 1. Okay, but just same like your project 1, for project 2, you're gonna have to present first of your website, which is about 10% out of total 50%. Okay, somebody is having issue with audio. Can you guys hear me? Most of you, can you guys hear me? If you have issues hearing me, okay, it seems like some of you, or maybe one of you, having problems with the audio. Never mind, I'll just ask her to read the course info page. Let's just get back to the course info here. So presentation, each presentation, there will be 2 presentations, one for project 1 and one for project 2. Both of the presentations, each of the presentation will be about 10% out of total 50%. Okay, so that is for project 2.1, high fidelity versus HTML presentation. And then your final submission will be due on the last week of semester, which is on the 31st of December. Okay, just before New Year's Eve. Okay, the passing mark is 60%, and attendance wise, you should not exceed minimum. You should attend classes 80% out of total 28 classes. So I've counted it yesterday. You should not miss more than 6 classes. Yeah, if you have skipped more than 6 classes, you will be disqualified. That's it. And just bear in mind also that for this semester, your grades will be counted in your CGPA. It's no longer competent based. It is, what do you call it? Achievement based. Any questions before I move on to the second part, which is the project brief? Okay, new question, no question. Okay, let me just go to the second page, which is the project briefs. This is the full project briefs. Okay, let's just make this full screen. Are you able to see the full screen of the project briefs? Okay. All right, you can download this, yeah, online. You can download this file and then keep it. So the same thing here, the course info, the course overview is also listed here. Now, for the learning outcomes, you have 3 different learning outcomes for this subject. Of course, the main learning outcome is for you guys to be able to design and present a website on a specific topic using industry standard software. Yeah. So for the software, like I said, we will be using two main softwares. I will explain more about this later on. And then for the second learning outcome is for you guys to redesign and improve existing website for specific target audience. And then number three, of course, for you guys to be able to demonstrate a certain level of professional practice through attendance, participation, and group discussion. So I hope you guys can be more proactive. I know that some of you are very proactive, like during from last semester when I taught you the digital photography basics. For online media, for those who be reserved, I hope you can be a bit more proactive in this class and show me your progress, like each week once. Okay, so that's the learning outcomes. So let's just focus now on your first project, project 1. Like I said, we're going to split it into two parts. And project 1.1, which is due on the 3rd of October. Sorry, there's something wrong. It's not 3rd of October, it's 8th of October. Sorry. So yeah, just bear in mind, this is wrong. It's on the 8th of October. I think I must have typed the wrong number here. Not 3rd of October. So I might need to update this. Correction on the second page of the project brief. The deadline is not on the 3rd. You follow this deadline here on the 8th. Concept and wireframes. So what you need to do is to create, design, and improve a website for non-profit organizations based in Bahrain. And then number 2 is for you to create a low fidelity mockup / wireframe of a website using Adobe XD, a minimum of 12 pages. Yeah. No, sorry, this is for the presentation concept, right? Okay. Okay, there's some error here, so I need to update this. So this is an individual project. You are advised to create your presentation slides using software such as, now presentation slides, you may use Illustrator, PowerPoint, Keynotes, or even InDesign, yeah? But the wireframes must be done using Adobe XD. Now for those of you who are wondering what is wireframes, don't worry. Our next week's class will be regarding wireframes. So by next week, I hope you will become clearer of what you need to be creating when it comes to wireframes, okay? Now for your presentation details, you have to come up with two different concepts, two chosen concepts, yeah? And then you need to show me your website structure or sitemap. And then you need to also present the complete wireframe for a minimum of 3 pages for each concept. So this is the correct one. This is for referring to the whole project. Yeah? So in total, for the presentation, you just need to show me minimum of 6 pages because you have 2 different concepts, 3 pages each concept, so total 6 pages for the presentation. But for the final, which is on the next page, you need to give me 12 pages. Okay, and then you need to, for the presentation, you need to decide on the layout and the color schemes. And then you need to explain the choices that you have made. Does it suit the target audience that you have set for your website, yeah, or for the non-profit organizations? So each of the non-profit organizations will have their own target audience, yeah. So you need to get to know who are the target audience and then try to implement it on your website. So that's project 1.1, presentation of your website concept and wireframes. This is for the final submission. Once you have done the presentation, now you may proceed and complete a minimum of 12 pages high fidelity mockup in XD with the final copy and visual imagery for the website. Yeah. So in total, using XD, you just need to show me 12 pages. Now 12 pages here is not really that much. Usually if you go online and then check out some websites, you will have like about page, you will have contact page, you will have events pages. Events, you can split it into multiple pages. You can have about 5 or 4 different events. Each event will be on its own page. So you can get 5 pages or 4 pages there. Yeah. So this is an individual project. You are required to use Adobe XD in creating your 12 pages high fidelity website mockup. Okay, for the details of the submission, of course, the 12 pages minimum high fidelity mockup. So I will share with you the link for you to upload. And then, of course, your process book. Now, remember, this must be done using XD, Adobe XD. Your process book must contain, I think you guys should know about this already, the research. So I'm going to give you exercises. I forgot to put exercises here. It's okay. You need to include exercises in here as well. Starting from this week, you will have one exercise to begin with. And you can do it this coming Wednesday during our second session for this week. Yeah, I will explain more about that later on as well. So these are some of the things that you need to include. Research, the copy for the website, whether you are going to rewrite it or you're going to just use, I mean, you need to put reference, yeah, on it appropriately. And then the development, and then the content, what should you put inside the content, the description of the product, services, the organization's offering, main competitors, how do you differ, current website appeal, and then the target client base. You should talk a little bit more about this in your content part. And then whatever critiques that you have done with your tutor, you can include it in your process book. And then of course, finally, do a final review and also reflection final reflection of project 1. Okay, clear? I'm not gonna go through the second project brief yet. Any questions so far regarding your project brief? Just skip this. No. Jumana just joined the call. Okay, Jumana, just go to Moodle. Okay, I don't know whether you can access Moodle or not. Like in my case, yeah, I still can't access it. Service temporary available. Some pages, I can't really access it. Now, once you are able to access it, please go through the course lesson 1.1 course info page or book, and then go through the pages, starting with course info and the project brief. Okay, just focus on the first project first. Don't read through the whole projects. There are 2 projects, right? So just focus on the first project, read through the first project, and then, yeah, if you have any questions, you can ask me via WhatsApp. Now, for the third page, it's the softwares that you guys are going to be using. Okay, for the first part, for the first project, it's going to be Adobe XD. Now, I've included a link there. It turns out that they have a free starter plan for XD. So you don't have to download, I mean, you don't have to pay for it, yeah? So you can try and use this since you guys are just going to be creating a simple high fidelity mockup. So you can download from the website, from Adobe website, and install it on your computer, be it on a Mac or on a PC. You should have for both versions. So by this week, you should get this software installed on your device. Yeah. As for the second core software, it's called Mobilize. Now this will be used for your second project. Okay. Now last time I used to teach Dreamweaver, but I think it's a bit hard for me to teach Dreamweaver online. Yeah. So for this semester, I'm gonna just use a simpler software called Mobilize. If you click on the download link there, it will direct you to this page. Now it has for both versions, both platforms on Windows and also for Mac. So choose your platform and download it and install it on your computer as well. Okay. So for this week, get the softwares ready, especially XD, yeah, because for project 1, I'm going to use this. And for project 2, then only you will start using this Mobilize. Yeah. Now, you might be asking, why do we need these 2 different softwares? As from the project name, okay, XD is basically just creating like a prototype of a website. It's not really a website document that you are creating. You're just creating a prototype. Yeah. So if you want to make it into a website, you can't really make it into a website. It's just to design the layout. Okay, for the trial, I don't know. You have to check it out. Can you check it out? I think it's about, yeah, it says here until October 2020. I mean, this is not for the usage of the software, but you can enjoy unlimited shared documents, editors, and shared links until October 2020. So yeah, which is okay, I guess, since you guys are going to present your final project 1, which is due on 29th of October. Yeah. And then starting from November onwards, you guys will be using Mobilize and no longer using XD. Is that okay? So try to download it and try to figure out. I think it should be okay by October. You should still have it. Now, this is for those who want to download XD for free. Yeah. Now, you can also purchase Adobe, the Master Collection or Adobe CC Collection. Subscribe to the Adobe website and pay monthly 7.5 dinar, or you can download a copy. Yeah, if you know what I mean. So if you are planning on using XD for long term, okay? Because I think there will be another subject called user experience design. I'm going to be teaching that subject. So that subject will be offered in year 3. Yes, year 3. You guys are in year 2. Which year are you now? Yeah, year 2, right? So in year 3, there will be another subject called user experience design, and I will be teaching XD again for that subject. Okay. So yeah, if you want to use it for long term, then try to get a copy or subscribe to Adobe to the Adobe monthly package, which is about 7.5 dinar for all the softwares. All right, but if you want to try to download the free starter plan, it's also possible. Just go to the link, which I already shared here, this link here, and click on it, and then download from that website and install it. All right. Any questions so far regarding your project, regarding your softwares? Of course, I've listed down some other softwares here, just in case, yeah. If let's say you really struggle, especially for the second project, yeah, try to download Mobilize now as well and try to install it on your computer, especially for Mac users, yeah. Because I had some students last time who faced some issues on a Mac laptop when they tried to use the software Mobilize. It doesn't really work well. Okay, so yeah, please download this Mobilize software ASAP and then check it out on your computer whether it's working or not. And then other than that, we have Dreamweaver, Muse, Illustrator, and Photoshop. These are softwares that you need to use for the content on your website. Okay, let's say you decide to create some illustrations on your website, so you can use Illustrator and then design, illustrate something, and then yeah, and then integrate it into your website. As for Photoshop, is for images that you are planning to use or crop, that you have found online, and then install it. I mean, put it in your website. Now, Adobe Muse, that's a good question. Wait, let me go to Jumana's question first. Project one, if you go to the brief, you have to create, design, and improve a non-profit organization website based in Bahrain. So don't worry, I've already included an exercise for you to do for this week, whereby you need to be researching on 3 non-profit organizations. Yeah, just Google it. If you can contact them in person, personally, that would be great as well. That's what some of your seniors did last time. They personally called the organization and get the information directly from them, rather than, because you will encounter that some of these non-profit organizations does not have website or proper website to begin with. Yeah, so there's not much information that you can get from their website. So in that case, you need to maybe contact them, email, or call them to get more information. Okay, so your website must be about non-profit organizations. Okay. Okay, Adobe Muse, as to Maria's question, what is Adobe Muse for? It used to be used, last time, I think 2017 or 2018, you can install Adobe Muse from Adobe website and then use it to create website. But Adobe has already discontinued the software, yeah, because it's not really the correct way for you to create a website, yeah. So they discontinue it, but you can still try to download the older version, yeah, and use that for your second project. If you think that, or if you have problems with Mobirise, which is this one, and you can use Adobe Muse. Okay, I'm just providing you some options, other softwares that you can try to use. Let's say the softwares, the main softwares that I asked you to use, you have, or you are facing a lot of problems with that. So you can revert or you can change to some other softwares. Okay, so yeah, for the softwares, please download it and install it on your device this week. Now let's go to your first exercise for this week. Oh, I don't think I can open it now. Hope I can open it. Okay, cool. Now, if you are able to log into Moodle under lesson 1.2, yeah, history of the web, click on it. This is actually for your, what do you call it, this coming Wednesday session. So what I'm going to do is, this coming Wednesday, it will be a synchronous session, not a synchronous session. You know what is a synchronous, right? So you guys are expected to, okay, this is just some website that I found online regarding the history of web design. You can just click on it to get a better idea of what is history of web design here. It's a very interactive website. You can see it starts from 1990 due to the invention of the internet. Then only get to start to see, yes, Macromedia Flash. What is Macromedia Flash? For those of you who are not familiar with Macromedia Flash, it's basically, it's now called Adobe Animate. Yeah, it provides, it has some it adds some animation onto the web design process. Because before this, web design looks very static and it's very wordy. Then only you can see 2011. Just go through this website. You just need to scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. Now we are in 2020, or from 2018 onwards. It's the next generation of website. You can click on the word discover there. Nowadays, web design, just read through this, yeah, to have a better idea on the evolution of web design, starting from a very simple static website, meaning there's nothing animated on the website. Yeah, it's very wordy. There's so many words instead of graphics, and you can see the evolution now. not only that you need to think about as a web designer, not only that you have to design a website on a computer screen, but also on a smartphone and also on a tablet device. Okay, so it's very, very challenging and also interesting. So go through these notes and also check out. Let's go back here. Oh, man, click on this link. Okay, I can open it. Okay, click on that page and that book again. The second page, your first exercise. Now, as for your first exercise for this week, this is asynchronous learning. I've already included this document here. So it's called Research Non-Profit Organization in Bahrain. Can you see the screen? That's my chat. Okay. All right, cool. You can see the screen. So let me just go through this. You can start doing this today, or you can start doing it this coming Wednesday. Yeah. So you need to find 3 non-profit organizations based in Bahrain and start to collect information for the 3 NPOs. So I'm just going to short format, just call it NPOs now, and ask yourself these questions. So what is the NPO all about? What are their, who are their target audiences? If they have more than one target audience, usually they have more than one target audience. And who are their sponsors? Do they have sponsors? Like some of the nonprofit organizations, they are under sponsorship, yeah, from maybe, I don't know, from the Ministry of Education, Ministry of Women, I don't know, Women's Affairs. Then when was it formed? Who are the founders? What are their main activities? Now, as for the activities, do they have a lot of materials? Yeah, photographs, videos that showcase their activities. You can either find this on their Instagram account, yeah, if they have one. Now, if they don't have one, that is when you need to maybe contact them directly. Yeah. So my advice, if you want to find these 3 nonprofit organizations, find those organizations that have a lot of content, you know, presented, be it on their website or on their Instagram or social media accounts. It doesn't have to be on Instagram. It could be on, I don't know, Facebook, but I don't think Facebook is popular here. So yeah, most probably on a website or on Instagram. Yeah, and then ask yourself these questions: do they have a website for each of the organizations or social media? And then if they already have a website, follow-up questions that you need to be asking. How's the visual? Yeah, I mean, look at the design aspect of the website. Is it consistent with the brand, with the organization's logo? You can guess from the organization's logo, the characteristics, the colors, yeah, whether it's consistent with the brand or not. And then is it easy to get the information from the site? Okay, this refers back to the availability of information from the non-profit organization that you choose. And also, of course, don't forget, also check out whether they have a tagline. You guys know what is a tagline, right? What is the tagline for McDonald's? Yes, correct. So I'm loving it. So check out whether this nonprofit organization has a tagline. If they have tagline, I mean, ask yourself the questions like, should you incorporate it into the website? If it sounds cheesy, you might want to get rid of the tagline. I don't know. And then, of course, you can ask your own questions to this. You may add your own questions to this list. If you have some other questions regarding the nonprofit organizations, you can add those in this list as well. All of this must be included in your process book, and you also have to not just include the information, but also maybe some screenshots, yeah, of the logo, if possible, into your process book. And then once you have gathered all the information, choose one non-profit organization that you think has the best potential for you to make better, yeah, meaning to improve on. Maybe the one that has a large collection of materials, especially photos and videos, yeah, and compile all the materials into a folder. So that's your job for this week. I'm going to start off from 3 different nonprofit organizations first. Why don't want you to just choose one? Because it might turn out that the organization that you have chosen does not really have too much to tell, you know. So that's why I want you to start researching on 3 different nonprofit organizations first. And from there you can see, okay, I think this NPO has the best potential for me to develop, to improve on, because they have a lot of materials that I can start to work with. And also they have a lot of information. So I'm going to choose this one instead of the other 2. Is that okay? Okay, can you do this by this coming Wednesday? Like I said, it's an asynchronous session, meaning you don't have to attend classes. I'm not going to be conducting classes like this online. I'm expecting you guys to be completing this exercise this coming Wednesday. Now, if you have questions, you can direct your questions via WhatsApp. Yeah? And that's it for this week. Any questions before I end our session for today? What's the time now? Okay. Okay. Timana is asking, for the rest of you, listen up. For this coming Wednesday, there will not be any class. So this exercise regarding research on non-profit organization, please go and access it, look it up. It's under lesson 1.2, page number 2. Yeah. Okay, I'll share you the recorded session. Okay. So it's book or lesson 1.2, page number 2. I want you to complete this by on Wednesday. Yeah. And then start to work on your process book, because this needs to be included in your process book. So same like last time, everything will be digital, no physical process book. Yeah, I advise you not to do physical process book because it's redundant. After that, towards the submission day, you guys have to scan it and then convert it to digital. So it's double work. So don't do that. Yeah, you can use InDesign if you want. Up to you. My process book is quite simple. I don't really pay particular attention of your layout, the layout of your process book. Yeah, but the content must be there. Yeah. So if like you just paste photographs there and then with just like few words there in your process books, it doesn't really show much effort there. So you can just do something like what you have done previously for my digital photography basics class, something similar to that, okay? But of course, based on the questions that I provide here in this document. So please try to answer all these questions, and then if you have some other questions that you think are relevant, that will enhance in your, in you collecting the information from the NGO or NPO, you can add your own questions there as well. All right. Maria, is that okay? Laila, Up to you. If you want to use InDesign for the process book, you can use it if you are very comfortable with InDesign, or you can just use some other softwares. And Maria, no guidelines, something like similar to last time. As for the exercise, do not send it yet. You can show it to me, yeah, in our next week's class. Is that possible? You can just share your screen, yeah, and then show to me how your process book looks like. And then that could be considered as your first critique as well, okay? And you can add under exercise 1, critique. Okay, since there's no questions, I have a meeting at 1 actually. So shall I end this session? If you have any further questions, right? Okay, let's say after you have gone through the project brief and also the exercise, if you have further questions, just direct it via WhatsApp, okay? So I'll stop the session for today. Oh yeah, I need to take the attendance. How can I capture the participants for on Zoom? I don't have the ability to capture the participants. Never mind, I'll just print screen this. So I got 18 of you here. Everyone attended. Okay, cool. Never mind, that makes my life easy. Thank you so much for today's session, for participating. For those who join in late or having issues with the audio, you cannot hear me, I'll share my recording in the group, okay? All right. So have a nice day and see you next week. And of course, if you have any questions regarding your exercise, just ask me during our session this coming Wednesday. Thank you. Bye.